Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. Firstly, military cooperation agreement between Egypt and Eritrea is under discussions, reportedly. A senior Egyptian delegation is visiting Eritrea, and now details are coming in about what the two countries are up to. Is it about Ethiopia? Do they want to corner Ethiopia? Or is it a broad military cooperation agreement which has nothing to do with Ethiopia? Secondly, Fano fighters entered a key town in North Gondar today. They released a video. Wherever they're going now, they're releasing videos. They are giving evidence of their activities. And thirdly, confrontation between Puntland regional government and Somalia's federal government. Dispute over an airport. Bosaso Airport, where flights remain suspended. Airlines are being given conflicting instructions by Somalia's Civil Aviation Authority and Puntland regional government about operations at this airport in Puntland called Bosaso Airport. I think Ethiopian Airlines suspended flights to this airport. So what happened? What does Puntland want from Ethiopia? What is the reason of this dispute between Puntland government and federal government? Let's start yours. The first story is about Eritrea Egypt military cooperation agreement. A senior Egyptian delegation arrived in Eritrea 2 days ago. Delegation was led by Badr Abdelateh, Egyptian foreign minister. Egyptian intelligence agency chief Abbas Kamal was also part of this delegation. Delegation reportedly handed over some confidential documents to Eritrean president. Documents about Ethiopia reportedly. Secondly, the two countries are considering a military alliance. It is being reported by some sources. Military alliance for what? Why do they want to align military? They're not neighbors. Well, what is being reported by some Egyptian sources is that Egypt wants to ensure security of Red Sea. Maritime traffic which passes through Red Sea is vital to Egyptian economy. This maritime traffic is being disrupted because of attacks by Houthi fighters. Both Eritrea and Egypt are Red Sea countries. So Egypt wants a military cooperation agreement with Eritrea so the two countries can take joint positions about how to protect the Red Sea. This is one part of this military cooperation agreement. But the second part is perhaps the most important part. Why is that Egypt is not signing similar agreements with other Red Sea countries? Why with just Eritrea? Obviously, Egypt wants to corner Ethiopia. So, one of the main reasons behind growing cooperation and closeness between Egypt and Eritrea is Ethiopia. Egypt failed in convincing Ethiopia to sign a legally binding agreement about the operations of the dam, which Ethiopia is constructing. Egypt wants somehow to put pressure upon Ethiopian government. That is why it has sent its troops to Somalia. It has signed a security cooperation, a defense agreement with Somalia too. It has not been made public so far, by the way. So, if Egypt reaches a military cooperation agreement with Eritrea, it won't be made public. Are Egypt, Somalia, Eritrea going to sign a defense deal so that aggression on one country would be seen as aggression on all. If it happens, it would be a big development. It means that if Ethiopia attacks Somalia, Egypt and Eritrea would step in. If Ethiopia attacks Eritrea, Egypt and Somalia would step in to support uh, Eritrea. Is this type of agreement on the cards? That remains to be seen. So far, bilateral agreement is being considered. Updates in coming videos, but nothing will come out officially. You won't see any official statement, or you won't see the agreement. If it is signed, it won't be made public. Like Somalia Egypt military cooperation agreement has not been made public, but we know that Somalia is receiving weapons from Egypt. Somalia's military, its forces will be trained by Egyptian forces. Egyptian commandos arriving in Somalia. Second, viewers, Fano fighters entered a key town in the Amhara region today. Wherever they are going now, they are releasing videos, they are giving evidence of their operations. They have carried out three main operations in the last 3 to 4 weeks. They uh, captured Matimma town. Border had to be closed. Ethiopia-Sudan border. They attacked a convoy of ENDF, destroying dozens of vehicles. They captured more than 100 ENDF soldiers, and they released videos. All these three activities. Fourth activity, fourth operation by Fano. Again, video has been released. The video is from Debark. Debark is a key town in North Gondar. Fano fighters have released a video from Debark. They're in control. They can be seen there marching in Debark city, where is ENDF. ENDF obviously retreated. Fano fighters claim that they took dozens of ENDF soldiers as prisoners, and some died, some fled. The road is closed, main road, Gondar to uh, Salamti road is closed because this road passes through Debark. If Fano fighters are there, obviously the road is closed. But they'll retreat. That is what happens, that they enter big town cities and they release videos from there. They prove that they can enter major town cities. They rob government institutions. They capture weapons. They steal weapons. They loot supplies, and then they just retreat from these cities. So the capabilities are intact. Rather, they're upgrading their capabilities in terms of attacks on ENDF bases and main cities in the Amhara region. Lastly, viewers, a dispute between federal government of Somalia and Puntland regional government is intensifying over an airport situated in situated in Puntland called Bosaso Airport. Puntland is not on good terms with federal government. Puntland refused to accept new constitutional amendments introduced by federal government and some regional governments a few months ago. Puntland is operating as independent entity, you can say. It has cut off ties with federal government, but it has not announced independence. Puntland is led by Abdullah Dini, Said Abdullah Dini. Bosaso Airport is the center of this conflict between PSF, Puntland Special Forces, and Puntland Regional Government. Puntland Special Forces, I think, are under the control of Mogadishu government. They are conducting operations against extremists in Puntland region. And a few days ago, Puntland security forces threatened to close the airport because reportedly they were not allowed to transfer their injured soldiers from Bosaso airport to Mogadishu a few days ago. Then they threatened to close the airport. And Mogadishu Civil Aviation Authority is now asking, it's telling international airlines to stop flights to Bosaso airport. Ethiopian airline suspended its flights to Bosaso airport, but some other airlines are operating. And today, Puntland Aviation Authority issued a statement saying that Bosaso Airport is safe, it is fully operational, and one UAE plane landed there, one left for Mogadishu. That is why all airlines should continue their operations in Bosaso Airport. But federal government of Somalia is warning international airlines, especially Ethiopian Airlines, that they should stop their operations as airport is not safe because of the conflict there. So this is what is happening. Ethiopian Airlines has not resumed its operations. Let's see what happens. Puntland government wants all airlines to continue operation. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Thanks for watching.